Hi guys, it's been a while. So without further ado, let's get started. Today, we're going to apply the principle of habit formation to language learning. Before we start off, we have to identify the new habit, the target habit we want to form. I will speak to you in terms of language learning. There are many areas in language learning, like vocabulary, grammar, listening, reading, composition, etc. Actually, I don't like this segmented or rather a divided approach wherein you dissect the language into many different parts. Instead, I like wholesome approach where you're fully immersed or exposed to language, that you don't need to worry about what vocabulary to use or the grammar or syntax or etc. But then, if you think about it, at intermediate or lower level, it is convenient to approach this way and tackle them one by one. So we're going to follow this approach, segmented approach, and I'm going to tackle Chinese vocabulary and listening part first. So this will be my new habit. So how am I going to make learning vocabulary and Chinese listening my everyday routine? Here's how. Remember last time we talked about habit formation and there are cue, action, and reward, and this goes in circle. So this is how habits are formed, and to remind you, cue is a trigger or something that stimulates you, and then action is followed, and then the reward, satisfaction you get. So suppose you have a bad breath and this unpleasant feeling stimulates you or triggers you to brush your teeth. This is action. And you get out of your unpleasantness and feel good. This is reward. Easy. So this is how habits are formed. And we're going to exactly follow this mechanism and let's see how it goes. First, you have to identify your cue. What stimulates you? What makes you get up in the morning? So it is easy to think about your existing habit because it has already become your second nature. I guess everyone has already gotten into habit of brushing your teeth and then going to bed every day. Same with me. So these are existing habits of mine, brushing my teeth and going to bed every night. So I'm going to use this existing habit and my target habit and link those two. So um, every time I go to the bathroom and wash my teeth, I'm going to make sure that I am exposed to the new vocabulary. What I mean is I'm going to post a vocabulary card on the mirror so that I can look at it every time I brush my teeth. So that's how you link your existing habit with the new target habit, okay? And then I'm going to listen to MP3 files, play the MP3 files every time I go to bed, okay? There's something you need to remember. It has to be easy. And there has to be no barrier at all. Otherwise, all your work will be in vain because if your brain finds out that it is too much hassle to do something, you are not, it doesn't become your habit. So with that in mind, we're moving on to the second part. No obstacle, remember? So I decided to download the app on my smartphone. I guess I carry the smartphone all the time, so uh, I'm making sure that Chinese learning is one click away by downloading an app. I'm sure everyone can check out or refer to my method. And then finally, the reward. In language learning, the outcome or should be measurable. You want, in other words, you want to know how much you have improved. So I downloaded an app that lets you communicate with native Chinese speaker. I can get instant feedback anytime I want. But here's the catch. It costs money. But if you're going to invest money somewhere, and you're determined, then I guess this is where you should spend your money. Uh, this investment would be worthwhile. So to sum up, we have covered how we are going to utilize the existing habit and then link those with the target habit and make the new habit our everyday routine, and make sure that in a process lower the barrier and remove the barrier as much as possible. I hope this approach or this video give you some insight. Thank you.